Hello, I'm Mukala, and on this edition of the LCTV News, SPUR's International Cleanup Day, Flax Pond Barrel Purchase, Festival Latino 2021, Diversity Matters Festival, and more. In the Lynn Lowdown, we were joined by Lynn Economic Opportunity's Chief Program Officer, Lilian Romero. Here's this week's LCTV News for Friday, September 3rd, 2021.
This episode of the LCTV News is brought to you by Columbia Insurance Agency, serving the Lynn community for over 60 years with home, auto, and business insurance.
SPUR Marblehead has partnered with Sustainable Marblehead to clean coastal and inland green spaces as part of International Coastal Cleanup Day. Lynn is one of many North Shore neighborhoods that will be subject to cleanup during this time. The cleanup will take place on September 11th from 9:30 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. The cleanup will happen in Lynn, Marblehead, Salem, and Swampscott. Volunteers are welcome to join the cleanup of trash and debris that either washed up ashore or were left behind from the summer. For more information on the coastal cleanup, contact Brian Lemeroy at 845-807-2301. After a year of quarantine, road races are returning to the North Shore with the DeMakes Family YMCA hosting their annual Stride Along 5K this month. The 5K will take place at its normal location at Nahant Life Saving Station on September 25th. Top runners will be awarded prizes and participants will be eligible to win raffle prizes as well. The family-friendly event begins at 8:30 a.m. with registration set to begin at 7:30. The annual 5K is part of the YMCA Metro North Road Race Series. In an ongoing effort to keep Lynn clean, the Flax Pond Association purchased and donated 8 new trash barrels to be placed around the Flax Pond. Lynn DPW, who partnered with the association, placed the barrels around the pond on Monday. It was time for new barrels around the park after a board member of the association pointed out the conditions of the old barrels. Purchasing these barrels were made possible thanks to donations, park fundraising, and membership dues. City of Lynn is officially a green community after being presented a check by the State Department of Energy Resources Monday morning. The city was awarded a grant of $495,000 last year, and on Monday, Mayor McGee, Senator Brendan Crichton, State Rep Peter Capano, along with City Councilor Wayne Losey, accepted the check. Lynn has made concerted efforts to invest in energy conservation measures such as LED lighting, building automation system improvements such as heating, ventilation, and air conditioning controls. The city has accumulated a total of $655,000 in investments into energy conservation measures, as well as $461 in incentives in the national grid. In continuing the energy conservation measures, the city plans to apply for another grant in the amount of $200,000. The plan for the grant is to improve Lynn Police Station, City Hall, and 5 schools, as well as the fire station. The Commonwealth for the Barry Park Green Infrastructure Project has awarded the city a grant of $147,367. The money from the grant will go towards the design, engineering, and construction of the parking area, rain gardens in the park, and bioretention swales. These improvements will help lessen flooding, store and capture rainwater during a storm, improve air quality, and create habitats for animals. The grant is part of the $21 million in funding awarded to cities throughout the municipal vulnerability preparedness programs by the Baker-Polito administration. With the upcoming Labor Day holiday, trash and recycling will be delayed one day. To find out more about trash and recycling or when your trash and recycling will be picked up, visit the City of Lynn website or contact Lynn DPW. Charges have been given to 2 men in connection with the death of a Lynn man Saturday night. Calvis Payano and Elvis Payano were both charged for the death of Gerald Emeka. Lynn police responded to a call on 364 Union Street Saturday night at approximately 8 p.m. where they found the victim unresponsive. Emeka was taken to Salem Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Those close to Emeka say he was a loving person who enjoyed playing basketball and hanging out with his friends. The 2 suspects, Elvis and Calvis Payano, are due back in court October 1st. On Wednesday, Celebrate Literacy awarded 2 residents and an organization with recipients of the Excellence in Literacy Leadership Awards by Celebrate Literacy. At the Lynn Museum, and LCTV was in attendance.
Can't even imagine how hard it is to not only raise funds, but also to go through the whole selection process because there's so many organizations in need in this community. And for us to go through them and thoroughly read their application and decide is one of the hardest things that we have to do, I would say, as a committee, right? And what we're hoping to do is expand upon this effort and be able to support a multitude of organizations that are doing the work that they do in this community. We'll start the program. I'll give the mic right back to Gina here. And how about another round of applause for your committee here? Have a good night and enjoy.
I'd like to introduce one of my co-chair people, Natasha Meji Madre.
I just wanted to thank all of you first for coming here tonight and supporting this event. It means the world to us, all of us, and all of the team here. Like, all of our honorees tonight are so amazing, and we really, really appreciate the support. So I'm going to highlight our first host sponsor, who is the National Parents Union, and the president, Carrie Rodriguez, who's the president of the National Parents Union, and we have a short video to play for you.
Violence in our streets and stop mass shootings in our classrooms, standing up to fight for economic justice and good paying jobs so that parents and families could actually be parents and families instead of simply fighting for survival.
The Lynn Public Schools, along with the Lynn Teachers Union, hosted a back-to-school event on Monday at Lynn Tech, and LCTV spoke with the organizers.
My name is Randy Weingarten. I'm the president of the American Federation of Teachers, and and we are the proud parent of the Lynn Teachers Union, and so glad to be here with Lynn as they do their back-to-school fair, welcoming parents back to school, standing up a vaccination clinic, giving out books because literacy is so important, answering parents' questions, and the people who are personing so many of these booths and tents are members from Lynn, as well as the fire department, the police department, the health department. It is really all of society response to getting our kids back to school and getting them back to school safely. And this is part of what we're doing. This is part of what we're doing around the country, where we gave out $5 million worth of back to school grants to run a campaign like a Get Out the Vote campaign, but this is about getting everybody back to school, answering parents' questions, standing up vaccine clinics, and making sure that the coming school year, even with the Delta variant, is one of joy and safety. And that's what they're doing in Lynn, and that's what we're doing across the country. 75 grants that involve 1,800 locals that educate 20 million kids. And I've been trying to crisscross the country in August to support our locals' efforts in doing this and to get everybody back to school and back to school safely.
LCTV went to the Salvation Army earlier this week for their Back to School Bash. Here's more from the event.
All right, so I'm Nicole McLean. I'm with North Shore Juneteenth Association.
Captain Helen with the Salvation Army, Captain Helen Johnson.
And this is our third year having the Back to School Bash collaboration together, doing it as a group. So we're very proud of the turnout. There's a lot of people coming and taking advantage of the event. We don't just have backpacks today.
We have, let's see, we have cotton candy, slushy, or snow cones, whatever you want to call them. We have popcorn. We have a little art project. We have a bounce house. We have a DJ.
We have vaccinations happening as well right here with Lynn Community Television. So it's like a huge festive event. And we're also doing something great for our Lynn Public School students, well, our Lynn residents, really, and allowing them to get some free backpacks and get ready for school. So that's what's happening today.
Yeah, and we also gave them a hot dog, chips, and water, so they get a whole lunch, everything.
Yeah. So it's been an awesome event, and we also have haircuts going on inside if you want to walk in and check out Victorious Barbers. He's in there doing some haircuts. So we got a lot going on, and it's all for the community. It's amazing, and we're doing it together.
Yeah, everything is free to all open to public school students. It's been wonderful. And we want to thank anyone who donated, whether they donated one backpack or 20, if they gave a monetary donation or packed a bag and gave that. Thank you all. This was a huge community partnership event.
And a huge success, too. So thank you so much for helping us, and I hope we can have your help again next year. We look forward to some more support for next year. We'll do it again.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.
The first annual Diversity Matters Festival took place this past Sunday at Red Rock Park, and LCTV was on the scene.
So my name is Nicole McLean, and we are here at the first Diversity Festival to happen in Lynn. We're very excited to bring community organizations and community leaders together. Creative Collective helped out with this event. So did Artful Life, Lynn Museum, Tia Cole, Faustina Cuevas, and we also had Total Inspiration Athletics also help out with organizing the event. Today we're going to have vendors, we're going to have performances, we have food from various cultures, and we're just excited to celebrate the diversity of Lynn, Massachusetts, and the North Shore, really. So this whole event came about because of the racial unrest of 2020, and the thought was that 2020 showed us how important it is to celebrate diversity and to celebrate all of the cultures that encompasses Lynn, and to really show the benefit of that. Having that exposure to Russian culture, Cambodian culture, American culture itself, like just having all of these different cultures around us is a benefit to us, and it helps Lynn residents and North Shore residents, once we go out off into the world to do different things, it helps us to really be tolerant and to really be aware of the different ways that people live, and to really celebrate that, and not to be divisive, to really embrace each other rather than separate, seeing everybody as separate. So that's what this festival is all about. Hopefully we'll do it again next year, but I'm just happy that we all came together to do it today. Don't let nothing bring you underground. You built to handle it, so handle it.
Without Borders magazine held its annual Festival Latino on the Lynn Commons over the weekend, and LCTV was present. Festival Latino made its return to the Lynn Commons this past Saturday.
I'm feeling really happy. I think that's the word. I'm grateful that we're able to come out as a community again. We missed doing this in 2020, so it's really nice to be back in the community doing this festival. This is a very lively event that's supposed to bring our community back together. And I'm very happy that we're back at the Lynn Commons like we were in 2019 and 2018 and 2017 too.
Organizers had to work swiftly to ensure this year's festival would take place.
With COVID restrictions changing so fast, we really had to rush through to get this going, but we thought it was necessary. We usually do this event in July, so we pushed it to August.
The festival was also an opportunity for small businesses to offer their services.
One of the biggest things that we're trying to encourage here is economic recovery. We have a lot of small businesses in Lynn who really need support, and so, we wanted to give them the space to be able to do that. With
the City of Lynn having a big Latino community, this was a way to show their contributions to the city.
Latinos were very happy people. We love to give back, and I think this is a huge demonstration of what we can do when we all work together. I hope people can realize that when we come together as a community, we can do so much more than when we're divided. So we're a strong community. When people speak of Latinos, they like to clump us up. And we are very proud of our heritage. We come from different backgrounds, we come from different countries, but as Latinos, we have very similar backgrounds, and it's important to come together, work together, and move forward in life. So thank you.
With LCTV, I'm Mukala Kabongo. North Shore Latino Business Association's Meet the Candidate Night took place on Monday. This was an opportunity for candidates to address voters before the preliminaries on September 14th.
Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo están todos? How's everyone? Oh, there's no energy? Is it too hot? I have the pleasure to be able to host this with members of the board and the North Shore Latino Business Association, along with their members, hosting this night, Candidate Night. My name is Frances Martinez. I am the president founder of the North Shore. Actually, let me go back to the best organization in the North Shore Latino Business Association. Many of you who are also members, active members of the association, and also see and seen what we have able to accomplish.
To watch the full forum, visit lyntv.org. And now for the sports update. Lynn English girls basketball program has a new head coach. Lynn English alum Trayvon Berry Rogers will be taking over the head coaching position, replacing Mackenzie Charles, who stepped down after accepting the head football coaching position for the Bulldogs. Berry Rogers has been on the Lady Bulldogs coaching staff as an assistant the last 3 seasons. Rogers first began as an assistant for the boys basketball program before switching over to the girls side. During his time at Lynn English, Berry Rogers was a 2-sport star in football and basketball. Berry Rogers would go on to play at Merrimack College, and after graduation, he would return to Lynn English as a teacher. Berry Rogers is also the founder of The Warehouse, a sports and fitness business aimed to help student athletes improve their skills. Best of luck to Coach Rogers. Lynn City Soccer Tournament is set to begin next week. On Tuesday, September 7th, Lynn English and St. Mary's girls will kick off the opening round of the city tournament at Manning Field at 5 p.m. That matchup will be followed by Lynn Classical Girls Soccer and Lynn Tech at 7 p.m. Lynn English boys and St. Mary's boys will kick things off on Wednesday, followed by Lynn Classical taking on Lynn Tech. Next Friday, high school football returns to Manning Field with a doubleheader. First at 5 p.m., St. Mary's hosts conference foe Cardinal Spellman, followed by Lynn English taking on Methuen at 7:30 p.m. Good luck to all the programs kicking off the fall sports season. The Boston Red Sox got a much-needed victory last night over the Tampa Bay Rays. The Sox shut out the Rays 4-0 to keep their wild-card hopes alive. Eduardo Rodriguez was outstanding on the mound as he went 6 innings without allowing a run and striking out 6 batters. Bobby Dalbec got things going for the Sox in the first. Dalbec's single to right field would bring in Hunter Renfroe to make it 1-0. In the second inning, it would be Hunter Renfroe's single to right that would bring in Danny Santana to make it 2-0. The Sox would add 2 more runs in the fifth thanks to J.D. Martinez's single to the left, followed by another single from Bobby Dalbec that would bring in Kyle Schremer. The Sox are back at home tonight as they host the Cleveland Indians. First pitch is set for 7:10 p.m. A new era for the New England Patriots began when they hit the field on September 12th for their season opener against the Miami Dolphins. The Patriots announced Mac Jones as the opening day starter after cutting Cam Newton on Tuesday from the 53-man roster. Jones is seen as the franchise quarterback. He showed steady improvements in the 3 preseason games. Newton, although taking first-team reps all 3 preseason games, only attempted a total of 21 passes compared to Jones' 52 attempts. The Patriots' choice to go with the younger Jones shows their plans of establishing the future of their team. On this week's Lynn Lowdown, we spoke with Lilian Romero. Here's this week's Lowdown. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Lynn Lowdown. And today we have Lilian Romero. That's Lilian with 1 L.
Yes.
As she does know, she's back with us. The last time you were here was like a couple of years ago, right?
A couple of years ago, I think, already, yes.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you.
How are you?
It doesn't feel like 2 years already because, the year that we've been all hibernated, I feel like it has just been that, So, yes, it's been a while.
It's felt like it's taken 3 or 4 years out of everybody's life.
That's true.
2020.
That's true.
Man, we got a lot to talk about. First, how is everything going on at Leo since everyone has been returning to the office, to normal work type of deal? Tell me how's things been with you all.
For us, busy. We never stopped. We were always at the office. Our Head Start department was always there. For a while, they didn't have any kids, but in the centers, but they were out in the community dropping off food, anything that the families needed. For our community service department, the same thing was. They never stopped processing applications for fuel, any questions that clients had it. They were there. And for those few that were working from home, they were answering the phone just like if they were at work. We all took our equipment and it felt like we never left, so we have not stopped.
Yeah, how many requests or applications would you say that they receive throughout the year?
Oh my God! So this year we processed over 2,000 applications. And a lot of them were new clients. Our new clients increased this year. And our returning clients did not. And I think it's a lot of different factors. For utilities, for example, this year, because of COVID-19, they did not shut off the gas or the electricity, so that prevented clients to come in. We do expect that once they go back to the shut-offs, then that we will see an increase this coming year, which will start in October, November.
Okay, and those applications right now are still being accepted, or?
Well, people can still call us throughout the year, even when we're closed, because we take their name, their information. If they're new clients, we take their address, and we automatically send them an application. The first applications already went out. So some people will already started receive the application as of this week.
Oh, okay. Hey. You just mentioned it with the new client. Was that overwhelming a little bit for you all because so many new clients? And would you say the reason for it was more appreciative things that you were able to get new clients, that more clients found out that Leo exists and is there to help them? Because there's certain situations that people don't know what's the services that Leo offered, and now you have so many new clients. Is that just a good way for for businesses, I should say?
Yes, I guess we're actually an organization that, as a community action agency, everyone should know that we're there, and that we have services for them. But you still find some people that don't know. Before was because they had a job, they didn't have a need for us. But then things changed dramatically. People that never had a need now have a need, and it's been good for us to be able to be open throughout this time, because we also have foundations that came in, the Essex Community Foundation, for example, was one that came into us and talked to us at the beginning of COVID-19, and for us to be their backbone to disperse some funds that they were giving out. So we created immediately, of course, with the experience that we have in our community service department, we created a program. What are the forms that we needed? We partnered with other organizations. For some of them, it was the first time that we partnered with them. So for us, it actually we were able to build other relationships that we didn't have before. We also are getting very involved on food insecurity. So that's one of the things that we're doing. We do a food distribution for our elders. We didn't stop with those things. So like I said, it gave us an opportunity to build new relationships and strengthen some already established relationships.
And now you have the canvassing campaign going on. As you said, you were out in the community earlier today canvassing with Salem State students. Now just talk to us about this canvassing campaign that you all have going on.
Yeah, so this is something we always done. That was the other thing that we never stopped throughout the pandemic. We were always out. As of today, we have delivered over 1,000 bags. Those are tote bags. So if you are today, we were in the Highlands. I was specifically in the Washington Street corridor, so all those homes that have the little blue bag that says Leo, that was me with a student from Salem State. Today we hosted 5 of them. We do this every year with the exception of last year. We look forward to this event. So we were out in the Highlands. My staff was there, which I'm so lucky to have an amazing staff that coordinates all of that. As of today, we have participated into 7 community events that happened, and we have done 5 canvassing events with a total of over 1,000 bags that we have left in behind. And those are tote bags that people can use for the supermarket. But in the bags, there are gloves, there is hand sanitizers, there are masks, and tons of information about our programs, but more importantly, about COVID-19. What do you need to do to stay safe? Where do you need to call? Numbers to important numbers for them to know. And a reminder, of course, if for those who are still hesitant, that to really talk to their doctor, because whatever questions, whatever lingering questions that they still have, they can be answered. There's a scientific answer to some of those. And again, it's just to correct some of that misinformation that is out in the community. That's one of the key things that we are doing. And so, like I said, we're not going to finish. We're going to be doing this. We're going to continue to target certain pockets, because we want to make sure that those areas in the city that are not vaccinated yet, that the rate is still, the percentage is still very low. Those are our focus. So that's why today we were at the Highlands. So there was a total of 9 people, including me, out in the community, and we'll continue to do that. And people can follow us as well on our Facebook page, because we will be posting where we are. So that way, when they come home from work, or if they're out and about in the city, they'll come home and there might be a bag in there. So please utilize those EPE that we're packaging. Our staff is packaging in back at the office, and then we're out in the community. And we will do this all the way through December.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are you guys collaborating with Lynn Community Health Center or the City of Lynn with this canvassing?
Yes, we done. Yes, we always partner with, of course, with the city and the health center. The health center actually, we hosted them at our food distribution for elders, which happens once a month, and you have to sign up for that in advance and do all the process that is needed for that. So we had them in our parking lot. We have a tent, and we had some people that came in and got vaccinated. We piggyback on our food distribution because we want to make sure that the community knew that we were there. So the weekend before that, my team was out in the community right behind Leo, making sure that people knew that that was going to be something available to them. So that was the mobile vaccine being that they have in their team that partnered with us. And we've done a couple of other events with the health center as well.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good work. That's really good work. Now, please let them know if they will need more information just on Leo and the services that Leo offers. Please give them the website, and also tell them lastly about the canvas one more time. All the information they need to know.
So you can always come to our office if you're at 156 Broad Street, of course. You can find us on our main website page, which is leoinc.org, or you can also look for us on Facebook. And for that, I always have to make sure that I give you the right information. And for that is Leo Lynn MA, same as Twitter. You can find that information in there. We're, like I said, we're doing campusing. We're actually partnering with the city as well. The other thing that we're doing, and yesterday was the last event that we're doing, but we're still including some of that information in our bags, is the Safe Lynn Streets. And if you notice, there are some bike lanes that you're starting to see on some of the main streets. So we're promoting a lot of the work that the city is doing and educating about, how to use the bikes safely. But yesterday at the Juneteenth event that they had, the diversity event that they had yesterday, we had a repair shop, a bike repair shop. We fixed over 16 bikes, and this is in collaboration with the city, of course, as well as the Department of Transportation, DOT, and their consultant, Tool Consulting, who is looking at the structures that we have. What do we need to do? What are those streets that need some signage and the uses of bikes? So we are doing a lot of promotion. We are as a community action agency, we do a lot of community engagement. We do old-fashioned community engagement, because my belief is that we need to go where people are at. That means within their neighborhoods. We should not be waiting for them to come to our office at Leo. Hence why, even throughout COVID-19, that is kind of what we did through our programs. Our staff was always there for community engagement. We were out in the community. Head Start was out in the community as well, dropping things off for their families. Our team in community services was there behind the locked door, unfortunately, processing and answering phone calls, because one of the things that was important to us as in the management team and Leo is that we didn't want people to just get a voicemail. We want live people to answer, especially when at the beginning of COVID-19, where you would call, and because so many of us had to adjust to how to do business from home, we were well positioned where most of us had laptops. So it was just an immediate change for us. We pivot immediately. Our phones, we plugged them out at home, and we called you from our work phone from home. You didn't even know that we were not at the office. Some of us were at home, but using still our equipment from Leo.
Awesome. That's a lot of great information. Continue the great work, and also if you see them out in public, just say hi or something like that. Just go up and say hi. You guys have been watching the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Mukala Kabongo. Have a great day. And now time for local events from the community calendar. Next Thursday, the Lynn Health Department will be offering a vaccine clinic at McDonald's on Boston Street from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Those who receive a vaccine are subject to a free meal. The Greater Lynn Chamber of Commerce will be hosting a Young Professionals Casino Night on the roof deck of Caldwell from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tickets can be found on the Greater Lynn Chamber of Commerce website. Proceeds will benefit the Greater Lynn Chamber of Commerce. Next Friday, the Community Minority Cultural Center will be hosting a candidate night from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. at their Union Street location. This night will give residents the opportunity to ask candidates questions that are of concerns to voters. For more information, contact Daryl Murkison at 781-228-7081 or email cmcc298@gmail.com. To find out more about the community calendar, visit lyntv.org. Thank you for watching the LCTV News. Make sure to subscribe to the LCTV Facebook page as well as the LCTV YouTube channel. Also visit lyntv.org to watch any show at any time on your computer, phone, or tablet. I'm Mukala Kabongo. Have a great day.